All right, let's bring you the story now. Johannesburg Mayor Dada Morero will today give an update on the recovery of the city's water systems, which were affected by maintenance work conducted by Rand Water. Now, this project took place from Friday to Monday this week. Morero also conducted a walkabout earlier at the Honeydew reservoirs and towers that were impacted by this maintenance work. The mayor joins us now via our videolink for more on what we should know at this moment. And Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for your time and patience. Welcome to the SABC News Channel. In my head, there are two issues that have the same impact, if you like, on residents. The one is water cuts caused by this maintenance, and the other is disruptions caused by essentially degradation. Let's start with the project itself that was conducted by Rand Water. We knew it was coming, but given its disruption, I wonder if you're satisfied with the progress so far.
Thanks, Ayanda, and thanks for giving us this opportunity. Indeed, we are happy with the work that Rand Water was doing, and that is why today I'm going on an oversight to confirm whether our reservoirs are now gaining enough water so that we can supply the residents. Today I'm here at Honeydew in the Roodepoort Reservoir with the intention to check the supply. Most areas around do have enough water supply. And the only area that is battling currently in this area is Jekyll Creek, and we are working with them quite closely to try and resolve the problem. I'm going to other reservoirs today to confirm, but generally we are satisfied that we are now seeing water coming back. However, some of the reservoirs are still taking a bit of time to fill up to at least 60% levels, where we can now be able to supply all the residents affected in those areas. So we are seeing some progress, and we can assure our residents that they will have water.
Right. What are officials from Rand Water telling you about when those residents whose taps are still dry can finally get supply? Are we still on track for those communities to have this supply by Friday?
We are on track. By Friday, we definitely sure that we will see areas where there was no water now having constant water supply. Where there will be a challenge, we'll be able to communicate before so that we can inform the residents if there's still a bit of a challenge and what are we doing to resolve that problem. It is important for us that all the residents do get water supply, especially in this festive season, and also recognizing that we're also receiving visitors coming to Johannesburg to boost our tourism and to boost our economy. So water is an important resource that we should be able to supply to our residents.
Of course, what comes with planned maintenance, hopefully, are mitigation strategies. We were told that the plan was to roll out water tankers, but our reporters who've crisscrossed the city have told us of communities that haven't received anything in the form of an alternative supply. What's your response to that, Mr. Mayor?
Well, to our knowledge, we have been supplying. Where there's a challenge, please also the media can help us to give us information, but we have been working through with all our ward councillors to ensure that they also update us in terms of whether the tankers have arrived in their areas or not. If they have not arrived, we are able to dispatch and insist that the tankers cover these areas. There is a lot of work that we've been doing since the start of the maintenance until the conclusion of the maintenance. And we think we are trying our level best. Where there are challenges, please also assist us as the media to identify areas where we're still weak so that we're able to provide the much needed intervention.
Sure. Well, last I checked, Mayor, residents in North Riding, as an example, top of my head, have said they haven't had any kind of alternative supply, even though this planned maintenance has been rolled out. So perhaps that's a good place to start. What this moment has also obviously done, Mayor, is given us an opportunity to take stock of the infrastructure, generally speaking, around the city. You in the past, I think, have even conceded that we lose a lot of water due to things like leakages and a lack of, ironically, maintenance, because infrastructure has started to buckle. How much of an issue is that still for the Metro?
Well, the challenges are big in terms of our infrastructure, and the commitment is to address water leakages so that we can refurbish our infrastructure. It requires us that we should raise capital in the market, and there are plans that we are putting in place. We're also working through national government and national treasury to find better solutions to help us to deal sustainably with this infrastructure challenge that we have. As you know, some of our infrastructure is 50 years old, so definitely it requires refurbishment.
Yeah.
Johannesburg has also grown in terms of population, and has also grown in terms of properties, and therefore it requires us to do some interventions in as far as infrastructure refurbishment and also investments into new infrastructure into the future.
Yeah. Broadly speaking, Mr. Mayor, with the time we have left, I'm sure you might have seen some of the comments in the commentariat about just the state of the city. I think there was even a piece in the City Press asking the question whether or not, not the City Press, but the Citizen newspaper, asking the question about whether or not Johannesburg has lost its shine. If it's not water issues, there's issues to do with the state of our roads. Some traffic lights are completely out. Just the stench of decay in many areas that actually used to be seen as middle-class suburbs, the inner city with hijacked buildings. I mean, the list really goes on and on. I have no doubt that as the mayor, you are seeing all of these concerns, and I wonder, with this opportunity, how you're responding to them.
We assist with the task of reclaiming the city. And in that task, it requires us, one, to create partnerships with business, with communities, so that we can reclaim the city. Yes, indeed, there are areas, especially the inner city of Johannesburg, which requires us to work together. And I think we have started last week alone. We dealt at least with one key building which was hijacked, dealt with the residents who were there, and we have offloaded them at floor off in the rental stock because they've been paying rent in any case in the inner city, and they were excited and happy that they'll be able to pay rent in a much safer place. So it's a program, and we are committed to this program, and I think quite sooner we'll start to realize the benefits of the programs that we are doing. But we want to call on the residents of Johannesburg to really work with us, cooperate with us, support this initiative, because all we want to do, all of us, is to create a better Johannesburg. There are programs that we have done to reclaim a few precincts in the inner city, the Ellis Park precinct and other precincts around Johannesburg. So we are committed to reclaiming it precinct by precinct. We are also resurfacing roads within Johannesburg. There are areas where we are building clinics. I think in February we'll be opening 2 clinics. We are doing work, but it requires communities also to be behind us, support us,
Sure.
and make sure that Johannesburg succeeds. Because all of us, when Johannesburg succeeds, South Africa succeeds.
Absolutely, and I think many people are hoping to be part of the solution, but we also know that government has a very important role to play to get that right. But for now, Dada Morero, thanks for speaking to us. We appreciate the time. The Mayor of Johannesburg there.